વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો નમસ્કાર. બાયસેગની આ TYBSc આંકડાશાસ્ત્ર વિષયની શ્રેણીમાં આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત છે. ગયા લેક્ચરમાં આપણે રાવ ક્રામર ઇનઇક્વાલિટી, મેથડ ઓફ મેક્સિમમ લાઇક્લીહુડ એસ્ટિમેશન અને મેથડ ઓફ મોમેન્ટ્સ ટાઇટલ હેઠળ આપણે લાઇક્લીહુડ એસ્ટિમેશન અને મેથડ ઓફ મોમેન્ટ એસ્ટિમેશન કેવી રીતે થાય અને કેવી રીતે એસ્ટિમેટર મેળવાય એની શું પ્રોપર્ટીઝ છે એના વિશે આપણે જોયેલું. આજની આ લેક્ચર સિરીઝમાં આપણે ક્રામેરો ઇનઇક્વાલિટી શું છે, શેના માટે છે અને એના શું કેરેક્ટરિસ્ટિક્સ છે, એને રિલેટેડ MVBE શું છે એ આપણે બધા ટર્મ્સ સમજીશું. તો આજના લેક્ચર્સમાં મારી સાથે સ્ટુડિયોમાં સરદાર પટેલ યુનિવર્સિટીમાંથી રિટાયર્ડ પ્રોફેસર SR પટેલ આવ્યા છે અને ગુજરાત યુનિવર્સિટીમાંથી રિટાયર્ડ પ્રોફેસર AV ગજ્જર સાહેબ આવ્યા છે. તો બંને સાહેબો આપણને ક્રામેરો ઇનઇક્વાલિટી અને એના રિલેટેડ ટોપિક્સ ઉપર આપણને લેક્ચર આપશે. સૌથી પહેલાં હું પ્રોફેસર SR પટેલ સાહેબને વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપણને રાવ ક્રામર ઇનઇક્વાલિટી ઉપર આપણને કંઈક કહેશે. SR પટેલ સાહેબ. બોલો તમે સ્લાઇડમાં જુઓ.
In estimation theory, one should like to obtain an estimator where value is nearer to some sense to the true value of the parameter which is to be estimated. We have seen that unbiasedness is one way of nearness in a long run, and this nearness is ensured by taking the next moment, say variance of the estimator. So one would like to pick up that unbiased estimator whose variance is smallest among the class of unbiased estimators. This is called uniformly minimum variance unbiased estimator, UMVUE. The existence of uniformly minimum variance unbiased estimator T needs the necessary and sufficient condition to be satisfied is covariance between T and Z should be 0 for every Z, such that expected value of Z should be 0 and expected value of T is theta. Now this condition we are not proving it. It is outside the course of the BSc classes. In many cases such type of condition is not satisfied. In such situations one should be satisfied with that unbiased estimator whose variance is bounded below, such as variance of T is greater than equal to psi dash theta whole square upon I theta if expected value of T is psi theta, where I theta is expected value of d log L by d theta whole square. Now this right hand side of the inequality is independent of any unbiased estimator of T, and therefore for any T this right side of the inequality can be calculated very easily. So only that whatever may be the unbiased estimator, કોઈ પણ એસ્ટિમેટર T unbiased estimator લઈએ તો પણ right side ઉપર આવેલી inequalityનું calculation without knowing the estimator T you can do it, and therefore this right side of the inequality is a well-known one, and it is just an information or given by the variance of any unbiased estimator. So this will be giving the lower bound of the variance of any unbiased estimator. If we assume this, that I theta is finite, that I theta lies between 0 and infinity, and Lx theta is nothing but the product of the density function f xi theta, I runs from 1 to n, where x is nothing but x1, x2, x3, xn, which is the realization of a random sample of x, capital X1, X2, X3, xn, which is known. So in this case it is known, and we can obtain always I theta. Also, if we assume that the derivative can go under the under the L, that means derivative d by d theta of the integral L x theta dx is equal to integral of d L x theta with respect to theta dx is finite. Existence, generally the students do not understand that what is meant by an existence. Existence means it is finite. This is the only, in mathematics it is always, if somebody says that it is existed, it means that it is finite. So second condition is that the derivative can go under the expected value of t, which is given as just like derivative with respect to theta of the integral tx Lx theta dx is equal to the integral of d theta of tx and Lx theta d theta dx is finite. Which these two are permissible. If it is so, then there is a theorem corresponding to it that under above condition, if t is unbiased estimator of psi theta for any theta, then the variance of t is bounded below by this psi dash theta whole square upon I theta, where I theta is the expected value of this, and this I theta is called the information obtained by the sample. And we have also shown that this variance of t is bounded below like the psi dash theta whole square upon I theta. This is called the Rao-Kramer inequality. In fact, this Rao has obtained it earlier in 1945 and Kramer has obtained in 1946. But however, the Western writers, they write down Kramer-Rao inequality. Actually, it is Rao-Kramer inequality. But however, we are not discussing this about the authors. And the probability for all theta, t minus psi theta is equal to psi dash theta upon I theta into derivative of log Lx theta with respect to theta. If this probability is equal to 1 for every theta belonging to omega, this is the necessary and sufficient condition for equality sign to hold in the Kramer-Rao inequality. So generally this is not proved in the usual textbooks, so we do not prove it here, only that the proof of the previous part is given here. In the proof of the theorem, one uses that expected value of d log L by d theta is equal to 0. This you can obtain by taking the expectation, integral of Lx theta dx is always 1, and then you differentiate outside it and apply the Leibniz rule, and if the derivative goes under the integral sign, then you are getting this result number 1, that the expected value of derivative of log L with respect to theta is 0. And this is called also sometimes score. D log L by d theta is equal to, is called a score also. Then the expected value of Tx d log L by d theta, this is equal to psi dash. This you can say that the covariance between Tx and d log L by d theta is the derivative of the function, derivative of the parametric function, which can be also proved in the same way as the above part is proved, and which gives the covariance between t and d log L by d theta is psi dash theta. We can use this one. Using this either Cauchy-Squarz inequality, we get the Kramer-Rao inequality. The proof has not been elaborated here, but however the proof may be also obtained in a different way also. If we consider the variance covariance matrix of t and d log L by d theta, then you will get a matrix sigma is equal to variance of t, covariance between t and d log L by d theta, again covariance between d log L by d theta and covariance and variance of d log L by d theta. Now this determinant may be equated, this determinant will be positive definite, and you will get from this positive definite matrix that this should be greater than or equal to 0, and the determinant you can expand it and you will get the Kramer-Rao inequality. Either you can obtain it by Cauchy-Squarz inequality, or you can get it by using this variance-covariance matrix and the property of a determinant of the matrix, partition matrix. For proving necessary and sufficient condition for equality sign in Kramer-Rao inequality, we use the fact arises from the Cauchy-Squarz inequality that T is a linear function of d log L by d theta with probability 1. We have not considered this T is a linear function of this, but the reverse part we have not taken. For example, d log L by d theta is a linear function of T. This is not fairly good and also it has got a certain deficiencies. Therefore, we do not take that part, but if you take T is a linear function of d log L by d theta, then you will get directly the equality sign in Kramer-Rao inequality which we have written down in the theorem. If psi theta is a bias estimator of theta, where b theta is the bias of T, then the Kramer-Rao inequality will be just you differentiate this psi theta, the derivative of theta is 1 and b dash theta is the derivative of b theta. So, we substitute in the above and the numerator of the Kramer-Rao inequality, and we get the following, that variance of T is greater than or equal to 1 plus b dash theta whole square upon I theta for every theta belonging to I theta has got the same value as expected value of d log L by d theta whole square. Now, and for the mean square deviation, if you take the mean square deviation if T is not an unbiased estimator of theta, and the mean square error which we write down T minus theta whole square is expected value is b theta whole square plus variance of T, and in this case the Kramer-Rao inequality will turn out to be that expected value of T minus theta whole square is greater than or equal to b theta whole square plus 1 plus b dash theta whole square upon I theta. So, this will be the direct extension of the Kramer-Rao inequality. If T is unbiased estimator of theta, then the Kramer-Rao inequality will be variance of T is greater than or equal to 1 upon I theta. And here this I theta is called the information. It is just the reciprocal of the variance of T in fact about theta if the equality sign holds good. So, contained in a sample given by the observation on X. So, this is a information contained in a sample. The information contained in an observation also will be there in the next part, that I theta can be expressed in the following forms. We have this I theta which we have written down, that expected value of d log L by d theta whole square, or it can be shown that it turns out to be minus expected value of d square log L by d theta square. Also I theta can be written down if you take a single observation, then it is n times because the observations are identically independently distributed. Therefore, this I theta will be n into d log L by d log f by d theta whole square, or it will be minus times d square log L by d square log f by d theta square. So, these 4 forms, out of these 4 forms, any form you can use it and find out the information and thereby the information limit, so that the variance can be compared with that one, and variance is compared. This can be obtained independently. Whatsoever may be the estimator T will be, still then this I theta can be very easily calculable. And second thing we also think about here, that this there is only one parameter for which we have done it. For several parameters this will not be the case, and therefore in a normal distribution even there are 2 parameters mu and sigma square. So, if you want the information limit for mu, then you have to take this sigma square to be fixed one. and if you want a information limit for sigma square, you have to fix mu, or mu may be taken as 0 sometimes. So this is only for a single parameter, remember, and for both the parameters or a vector of parameters, this Kramer-Rao inequality can be extended, but which is not in our course, therefore we do not take it that part. If expected value of t is psi theta, and if variance of t turns out to be equal to psi dash theta whole square upon I theta, then t is known as minimum variance bound estimator, MVB estimator. And this MVB estimator has got some properties, and these properties are that if t is minimum variance bound estimator of theta, then t is sufficient, which you can show very easily. If t has exponential family of distributions such as p theta x is exponential of t q theta plus c theta plus hx, then t is minimum variance bound estimator of minus c dash theta upon q dash theta. So this result we have utilized here in this example. If x is a simple random sample x1, x2, x3, xn, from normal distribution 0 we have taken the mean, and for sigma square we are finding out the minimum variance bound estimator. Then let us obtain the minimum variance bound estimator of sigma square. So the likelihood will be Lx sigma is e to the power minus 1 upon 2 sigma square, sigma xi square, I runs from 1 to n,